Nick and Sam, here is your stretching video. This one is going to be shorter because basically what you have to think is that stretching is the opposite of a contraction. So when you're contracting your muscle, the opposite way to stretch it would be this way. That's just an example. My concept, I was talking to you guys a little bit about this when you were here. I don't go for a goal in stretching, like, oh, you have to hold it for 12 seconds on each side 3 times, then you can move on to the next one. I don't do that. My method is different because it makes more sense for what stretching does for your muscles and how to relax them and keep them from becoming hypertonic and injured. So let me just give you an example of the right way to stretch. I'll stretch my left hamstring here. This is just a very basic one. Apparently my leg was too long to fit into the view there. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, that's not what I'm going to do. I want you to get to the point where you really, really feel it, and then just hold it right there and keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, until you feel it to where it's not as hard anymore. And then you're going to go further, lengthening this muscle and shortening the distance here. And it makes you sing. Not pain, it's just a lot of tension, a lot of pull on that muscle. You don't want to bounce like this, you just want to hold it and breathe. Okay, now that's getting easier. Kind of. Okay, now it's getting easier. Okay, I'm not singing anymore, so now we're going to go a little further and hold that. Really helps to focus on your breathing. That way you're not thinking about this. And you keep going until you really can't get any more. And I think I'm pretty much at that point now, but it can take 1.5 minutes, it can take 2 minutes, and then really important is you want to slowly come out of it. Like this. Oh, and that feels great instantly. Beautiful. But don't just pop out of it. That can cause it to spasm, and you don't want to do that. That's it. You don't have to do that more than once. Then you stretch the other side. Same thing. I said I was going to show, and I'm not going to go through all the stretches because I'll put a link to a video that does that. But really I want you to stretch that way, where you keep that concept in your mind, whereas you stretch one muscle group very, very well before moving on. I did say I was going to show you calves, though. I'll be right back. 2 good ways to stretch your calves. One is like this, where you pull this and then lean forward. Stretches up higher. If you want to stretch a little bit lower in your calves, you're going to put the leg you're stretching to the back. Lean up against the wall. Keep your foot flat against the ground. Then lengthen it by stretching forward. Then you hold it till it doesn't feel bad anymore. And then go lower.
Jeez.
You'll be able to feel it. It's about being able to feel it. And if it feels like it's lots and lots of tension, don't stop, because that's what you want. You want to be able to hold lots of tension, pulling that muscle apart until it's stretched to the limit. Not pain. Pain is different than lots of tension. And you can always tell the difference. If it's hurting, you need to stop, kind of like you did, Nick, when we were stretching you and you had the knee problem. One other thing I want you to remember that there's some exercises where it's good to do buddy stretches, or where you do muscle energy. That's where, remember this, you showed me trying to push my legs back that way. Push, there you go. Now hold it right there, hold it right there. And then I'm going to push against, I'm going to go the opposite way, just very few seconds. And now Charlie, push back this way until we get to the new point. A little bit further, right there. Push, push, push hard. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to push against him again. Push, 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 push. And then relax. Ugh. See how we just get a little further each time? Great way to stretch muscles if you can do it. Muscle energy is what that's called. So, get ready to sing a little bit. And have a good time.